Yeah, hi, good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
Yeah, good evening. Okay, so yesterday we were discussing about schema implementation, correct? Do you all remember? So we discussed about various types of schemas that can be implemented for any business website, any website, in fact. So based on the type of content, correct? Do you all remember, guys? Everyone? So schema.org will help you to understand what kind of schemas can be implemented, and moreover this document which I have shared with you will be helping you to understand the different types of schemas: FAQ schema, product schema, event schema, ratings and review schema, article schema, book schema, recipe schema. Right? So schema is basically for any piece of content you are wrapping a piece of code, the schema code. So that is the language which is helping bots to understand the way how we all understand. Clear? Okay. So today in this class we are going to discuss about XML sitemap, the importance of XML sitemap and how to implement the XML sitemap. Do you all see the screen, everyone?
Yes.
Yes,
Yes.
yes.
Okay. Yeah. So we are here on the XML sitemap. Okay. So XML sitemaps are the XML files with the details of all the valid web pages of your website. For example, let me take some any website. Okay. Yeah. Right. So XML sitemap is a XML file. So XML is another language like an HTML. Right. So this is another markup language. So now what are you going to do is, so you are see basically this is communicating with the bot about the types of web pages on your website and how often the content is changing on these websites and when was the content last changed on the websites. So you have to provide certain details about the URLs, right? So that's when you will write the sitemap like this, and the first thing that you do is URL, and where is this URL located on your website? So some content URL. So it is located in this path, right? So this sitemap is missing couple of things like last content frequency, change frequency. There is something called as change frequency. So priority is in the range of 0.1 or 0.00 to 1.0. 1 indicates the highest priority, 0.1 indicates the lowest priority. So we are telling to the bot that this page is highly important for me, it's a very high priority page. So long back, Google used to consider this at the utmost importance based on the instructions that you provide on this sitemap. It used to consider them. So back then, this is when search engines had scarcity of content. So currently, search engines has content in abundance. Correct? So 20 years back, this was not the case. Search engines were desperate for the content. And that is when search engines used to really consider a communication happening from the website owner to them. So in this communication process, you are telling them the location, the priority, the change frequency, and last changed date, last modified date. So two more instructions are missing here, right? I'll show it to you. So you will have something like this, last modified. So when was the content last changed on the web page? So this has to be added, priority is added, change frequency can be daily, weekly. So change frequency can be hourly also, hourly, daily, weekly, monthly, yearly, no change at all. So basically you are telling that on this page the content changes every week and there is no instruction added on this sitemap here if you look at it, correct? And last modified is also not added on this sitemap. Are you all following it, guys?
Yes.
Yeah. So what the sitemap does is sitemap is basically providing list of URLs to bots, search engines. So it is telling that we have list of pages 100 or 200 or 1000 whatsoever the number of pages, and it is also trying. So the sitemap, XML sitemap that you have built is also trying communicate couple of other details to the bot that this priority is very high for me, 1.0 priority, zero point 0.9, 0.8, 0.7, 0.6, 0.5, 0.4, 0.3, 0.2, 0.1. So there is no harm in you updating the priority as 1 for all the pages, and even zero point 0.9 there is no harm in it. But then it is suggested you don't have to put zero point 0.1 or zero point 0.2 or zero point 0.5 the low priority. Always try to have it on the higher side, right? And add the content is changing on this page on a daily basis. If the content is changing on the page on a daily basis, let's say you are adding dates, event dates, the program dates, so it must be probably changing on a weekly basis or daily basis. In those cases, add content changes on the page weekly basis. And obviously it has to be dynamic. If there are any changes made on the web page, so it says the content change, last modified date is the date when it was last changed, correct? Or by default people will implement it as last modified date as the most recent date, that is 11th February. So here there is no last modified date. If I have to show you the examples of other sitemaps, maybe you will see the last modified date as today. Look at this, this is different. This is index sitemap, this is called as index sitemap, and within this index sitemap there are child sitemaps, right? But if you look at this, there are no XML files, they're all the final URL. This is the only sitemap available on this website, and here it is index sitemap. Index sitemap basically consists multiple other sitemaps, and when you go to these sitemaps you will see the details as follows. Look at this, the location, you see the URL, change frequency is weekly, last modified date is today 11th February 2025, priority is 0.9. Do you all see that? Now what does this do? So basically it is just giving a list to Googlebot. So it is something like this. I am giving you a textbook with the index page. You might see the index page. Are you all relating it, guys? Everybody? Are you all following me?
Yes.
So in the textbook there will be an index page, correct? What is the alternate name for the index page? Table of contents, list of contents, something like that, correct? So in that what we do is we just mention all the details. Okay, so this book has these many chapters, and within the chapters there are sub chapters for the topics, page number is so and so, right? Exactly, the sitemap works the same way. Now when I'm handing over the book to you, will you always go through the contents, the index, or is there any guarantee that you will go through the index and you complete all the chapters of the book? No, it is just an information. So same is the case here. The XML sitemap is just providing the list of URLs to the bot for consideration, just to hold it. So when bot finds these URLs on the internet, it might relate it, or bot might also go in search of these URLs, holding the copy of these URLs with it. So while it goes in search of these URLs, bot may not find these URLs anywhere. There has to be a navigation link connection. So now if you are turning on the mains current, the electricity switches somewhere in the room, it has to go up to the bulb or up to the fan. That's when the fan will rotate. If it is switch and if you're turning it on and if it is not working, there is no connection, there is link broken, the wire is disconnected or cut. So now same way, when bot is holding this URLs and navigating on the internet, it should find this URLs. Otherwise bot will say I have this URL but I couldn't find this URLs anywhere on the internet. I did not find the path at all to reach these URLs anywhere from the internet. Right? Did you all understand the purpose of the sitemap? It is simply providing list of all the valid URLs to the bots, to the search engines. Right? And in providing that, you are following some guidelines we haven't discussed. You are just updating couple of other details to the bot, how frequently the content is changing, when was the content last modified, and the priority, right? So there are different types of sitemaps: image sitemaps, video sitemaps. This is normal text pages sitemap. There are image sitemaps, there are video sitemaps, and there is a news sitemap as well, right? And the guidelines slightly vary from news sitemap to the normal sitemap. Let's first understand the guidelines for the regular sitemap, right? So your sitemap should not contain more than 50,000 URLs, right? So if your website has 1 lakh URLs, split it into multiple sitemaps, something like this. Maybe the categorization here is category wise. So this category and all its city pages would have gone into the sitemap, and this sitemap is project management. You see, so it is split by category wise, or maybe your split can be of any logic. There is no proper defined, and here they have followed simply category wise. And now they must have grouped all the blocks to one sitemap, all the patterns or different kinds of pages to sitemaps. Second guideline, so make sure that you have valid URLs in the sitemap. So valid URLs HTTP status code 200 only. So we'll discuss this HTTP status codes. Have you anybody here heard of HTTP status code? Most of you may not know if you are a fresher. If you are a digital marketer, you might have heard of it. Anybody knows about HTTP status codes?
Yes, for example, 4.4 is not found. Same thing, right?
Yes. So now
Yes.
I'll make it easy for everyone. Okay. So for you to help you to remember this forever, I will probably take some examples, right? So somebody who is from technical background understands this HTTP hypertext transfer protocol, HTTP status codes. I'll explain it in an easier way. Okay. See, for example, if we all have to communicate, we all have got a language, correct? We are using currently English language, right? Everybody,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
So let's assume I'm coming to your home and I'm asking, is Bhagavati at home? So if your spouse or parents at home, what do they say if you're at home?
The response yes.
Yes, correct. They say yes, available, respond. They respond as yes. And if you're not at home, what do they say? Is he at home? I'm asking, is he at home? What do they respond?
No.
No, right? So now, see, now look at this. Here we have got a language, English language. People are responding to us in English language, right? So now servers also has got a language that is HTTP, right? So now when you ask the server, so for example, I am typing something like this. Maybe I will type India. So I'm asking for a file which is saved as India on the server, and server is responding to us, this file doesn't exist. And now their language of saying this doesn't exist is 404. They communicate through a number. Like you must have seen, right? Secret agents, they communicate with the secret codes, numbers. Right, same way now server is responding with the status code 404. It indicates the content that you are asking for doesn't exist on the server. It's not there on the server. Right? So if the file exists on the server, if the bot is serving the website to you, it indicates the HTTP status code of this file is 200. If you want to know, I will show it to you. So if you want to know the status code of this, see, I am telling that if the content is served, the status code of this URL, see, even before you see something with your eyes, server has already communicated the file exists on it, and I am going to send it to you with a status code 200, 200, and that is when you will be able to see the content. And if you have to really understand what is the status code of this functional URL, what do you see? It will be 200. I am asking something like this. Now let's check the status code of this URLs. See, without even visiting scaleupconsultants.com/Manju, you still got to see the status code. Oh my god, it is showing 302, 302. I'll tell you what is 302. It's not supposed to be 302. I don't know. I'm wondering if there is a page called Manju on your website, on this website.
No, we whenever there is a 404 error, we actually
Custom.
move it.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
You are redirecting them to.
Redirecting it to the home page. Yes.
Okay.
Because we have moved from an old website to a new website.
Got it.
Many pages from the old website.
Oh, you did everywhere 302, or is it 301 also done?
I think it was 302.
No, that's a wrong implementation. You have to.
301.
No. 302 can be done. I'll tell you what is 302 and what is 301. I'll be explaining. So today, the concept today is to speak about the status codes only. Okay. So see, this is perfectly fine. 302 is perfectly fine in this scenario, and I'll tell you when it has to be 301. Okay. So now another example. Okay, let me close this. So this URL is 302 fine. Okay. this is 200, and this is also 200. So you have, this was supposed to be redirecting to www version, but it is not redirecting.
We had some issues with our www redirection, but
No.
it will open. Site will open.
Yeah. Site will open, but the problem is now this is considered to be as a duplication. This is considered to be as two different websites.
Yes.
For real users, it's one website. For bots, it's two different websites. www version is a new website, non-www version is another website, http version is one website, https version is another website. So if you are messing up with this www, non-www, http and https, so it's like four different websites for bots. So now think of it, copying this content to four different websites. So this is a high priority issue to be addressed on this website. Okay.
Makes sense.
Yeah. So coming back, now maybe I'll take a different example here. So usually when some people type something wrong, you can serve a custom 404 also. Okay, let's see what is the status code. This will be 200, this will be 301, this 301 or 302, and this will be 404. Okay, so here it is showing www 200 status code. Okay. Okay, it's opening up here. Yeah, here also it's same problem. See, www version is shown up and non-www version is shown up. So it's considered to be as two different websites. And Manju it is showing 404. Okay, correct. So now servers respond if the content is available, if the web page is accessible, and if it is serving content to the user, to the browser. So it is always going to respond with the status code 200. Or if it is functional, it will be indicated with the status code 200. If the content that you are asking for is not there on the server responds 404, right? These are the two cases. Now third case, I have went to Bhagwati's home and I'm asking Bhagwati is at home. Their parents are sitting outside. When I'm speaking to them, they are not responding. They are not telling whether Bhagwati is at home or not at home. They are not at all responding to me. And if the same thing is done by server, it is referred by 500 server error, server response, error in response, correct? You must have seen, right, 500 error,
Yes.
correct?
Yes.
Right? So there is no clue whether Bhagwati is at home or not. See, if he was at home, they could have told 200. If he was not at home, they could have told 404. But they are not at all responding. That is 500 server error. Now, why are they not responding? Probably they are already speaking to 4 to 5 different people, and that is why they are not responding. Or there is some serious problem or health issue, or maybe something else they don't want to respond or not responding, or there is some error, something in the server. So I'm speaking in terms of server. So there can be some wrong configurations with the server, or the code is really impacting the functionality of that query, right? So in those cases, it just shows server error. If code is not functioning the way it's supposed to be, the wrong functionalities, wrong logics. So even in those cases, it is server error. Now, fourth case, I'm going to Bhagwati's house and I'm asking Bhagwati is at home. Their parents are sitting outside. When I'm asking Bhagwati is at home, they are telling that maybe his son is at home. They are simply telling that his son's name, he is at home. See, I'm asking for Bhagwati, they are not speaking anything about Bhagwati, and straight away they are telling that X person is at home. Correct? So if the same thing is done by the server, it's called as redirection, 301. So 301 is called as permanent redirection and 302 is called as temporary redirection. And anybody here knows what is the difference between permanent redirection and temporary redirection?
Permanent redirection is once we change the redirection by using 301, so the entire content we can't able to back actually. So the complete URL is changed actually.
No.
If suppose 302, if the same page if we need to use in the future, so for that purpose we can use 302.
No. So the difference between 301, 302, I mean permanent redirection and temporary redirection is both function in the same way. Both function in the same way. The only difference is in case of 301, you are sending a real user to the destination URL as well as the bot. If it is 302, you are not sending bot to the destination URL. You are sending only the real user to the destination URL. Not understood? You didn't get it? So when you do a redirection, so for example, if a redirection is done, so you are getting redirected to where is that example? We checked it, right? Yeah. Now in this case, there's no redirection. Yeah, first case we have seen, right? 301 redirection. Redirection is you're asking for a URL and that will be redirected to another URL. Maybe or I will do it here instead of checking the status code. See, I'm typing something like this. Do you all see the URL here or what I'm writing here? Okay, let me copy this. So now look at this, my URL is slash Manju, correct? But now this is getting redirected to .com. The Manju goes away. See, this is something else. They are being taken to the home page or maybe about us page or maybe contact us. Correct? You are all getting it right. You are typing for something and they are taking you to a different URL. This is a redirection and a real user like you and me are directing to the other page. Correct? So the same also happens with the bot. When bot is trying to visit this URL called slash Manju, even bot will be taken to the .com, the home page in case of 301 redirect. If you are not doing 301 and if you have done 302 redirect, only real people like you and me will be taken to this destination URL .com and bot will never go to the .com, the home page, and which is not needed. It's perfectly fine. You are typing something wrong, right? But then if somebody is backlinking to your website from somewhere else, so you can better go with, so this URL is taken and the link has been dropped from this website somewhere. You see here all services are online. People might put your website link here. This becomes a backlink, and in those cases 302 may not pass any kind of energy, so it's better to set up a 301 instead of 302. So even if somebody is dropping a link by mistake on the internet anywhere, bot also will be able to visit your website. Clear?
Yes, yes. Now it's clear, Manjunath. So just to add, what our team has done is 302 is only for the users.
Correct.
And then it triggers an email to my team saying that, hey, there is a 404 error which you need to now do a 301 redirect.
Okay.
So a 301 redirect is done after we get these errors.
Okay.
So now my team must have received the Manju link multiple times saying that there is a new page, there's a redirect which needs to be done.
Okay, okay, okay. But then my suggestion is you can better have a custom page 404 and they will click on that and they will go to the home page or to the contact. Custom 404 would probably show something like, I don't know who has implemented custom 404.
We had a custom 404.
Okay, this is not a custom 404.
No, so our custom 404 had the header, the footer, in between there was a text message. That is the way we had.
Yeah. So this is a custom 404 and they have put, see, custom 404 is they are customizing. See, by default an error page would look something like this, just like this, right? Now you can make it look colorful, but here it's not about the color. You will give an option to the customer to go back to the home page or to the contact us or to the about or something like that, which is called as custom 404. Okay, but that's also good. Okay.
Sir, I have one doubt actually.
Yeah.
This 302, if suppose any one of our page is performing well, like a product page is performing well, okay. So, but the engagement is lesser. So, I'm trying to do the 302 error, sorry, 302 redirection to the category page for that particular page for 1 week or something to check the leads or improvement. Is it possible we can make it like that, sir?
First of all, you should not be redirecting just because it is not doing good.
Okay.
Redirection is done with a purpose. So, for example, I must have created a page called, let's say like this, kandradigital.com/Manjunath Kandra, like this, something like this. And this page is in use for the last 1 year. Correct? I suddenly realized I don't want it to be Manjunath Kandra and I want to change this to Chaudhary. So that is when I do a redirection of Manjunath Kandra. So here I will put it here. So this is when I do redirection of this to let me put it this way. This is when I do a 301 redirection to Manjunath Chaudhary. But just because I did not do a redirection, just because this is not performing well to this page. See, that is a irrelevant implementation. If you simply do a 302 redirection, see, first of all, why are you doing redirections are done only when you are modifying or making changes to your web page?
Not a 301, sir. Actually, what is the thing? If I have 2-3 pages, product pages. Okay,
similar pages.
This product pages is performing well only, but in the SCRP there are a lot of category based websites also is ranking. So in that condition, if suppose because in my category page there are a lot of pages is there, individual course page, lot of pages is there. So the people, once they come to the category page, they can able to navigate so many places.
Okay.
So the engagement will improve. So for that purpose, if I can able to do for 302,
the purpose of you creating a product page is to drive traffic. The only purpose, the main purpose is to create the pages, so many pages, and make them indexable on Google is to get organic traffic to the web pages. Your concept or understanding about it is completely wrong. Maybe if you're sharing the screen and if you're walking through those results to me, I can probably help you out what should be the right action over there. Do not do redirections. See, redirections, if you're killing the parent, if you're killing any page, so let's say there are 3 pages created, Manjunath Kandra, Manjunath Chaudhary, and let's say /Manju. So now I will realize this after a year that there are 3 different pages created by mistake. Now I decide to retain only one of them. Let's say I decide to retain this one. So in that case, I will be redirecting these 2 URLs to this URL. And again, whether I should do 301 or 302 will be decided by a couple of things. Let's say the credibility of this URL. If these URLs has got too many backlinks and too much of credibility and performing very well on Google search. See, even if it is performing very well on Google search, the traffic will be redirected by 302 to this URL. Still, there won't be any hit in the traffic. So if you have lots of backlinks built to these 2 different URLs, it is suggested to do a 301 redirection to pass that link juice or crawl energy to the page that which you have rated. Right? So you are not going to kill a product page just because category is performing well. No, maybe that product page might perform very well for some other keywords or must be performing well. You want to show that to example to everybody now and ask a question about it?
Sir.
Okay, so you can share the screen.
You can see my screen, sir.
Yes.
Suppose here just using the keywords like a key online. Okay. So in that particular item, so you can see this first website. Okay. This one is a combination of collection pages. So if I click, there are a lot of collection pages in this case. So the people, once they come inside, they can go. The navigation is perfect actually. So if I go with the other product pages, like the second one or all those things, they have a product only.
This is not navigation, right? This does not belong to same website, right?
No. This is different website.
Okay.
So what I think, if this website, if I can able to rank with the category wise, it should be better.
No,
right?
No, it's not like that. See, it depends on how your catalog has been built, right?
Okay.
So maybe this website may not have built A2 Desi Cow Ghee as a category at all. See, now you have A2 Cow A2 desi cow 20 different variations. It could be Jersey cow or Gir cow or maybe something else. So in those cases, you are launching A2 desi cow ki category page, and within that you'll have product pages, Gir cow, that cow, this cow, or 500 ml. See, for variations, definitely you should not create pages. Variations have to be variations in the e-commerce. Right. See, people do various kinds of mistakes. In this case, now it purely goes with the catalog. So, if does your business has multiple A2 desi cow ghee products or only one A2 desi cow, so only one product? See, there can be color variations or quantity variations or packaging variations. For packaging and for quantities, you should never launch multiple pages and expect all these pages rank for same A2 desi cow ghee.
Yes, sir.
Right? So the decision here, should you retain that product page? Now in this case, the Anveshan you have shown, right? So they seem to have optimized all the product pages also for A to Desi cow ghee.
Okay,
See,
but
A to
they
Desi
don't
cow
want to
ghee.
do anything in the category, the content or anything.
Yeah, yeah. See now always, see now these pages, go up, go up. Yeah, click on one of the products. See, if you see AC, no, above this. This is at least Gir cow. This is acceptable. Above this, there is one more product. Yeah, above this. A to Desi cow ghee. Yeah, this one. Yeah, this one. Click on this product. By Hallikar. You see the title? Meta title. By Hallikar Kauki online by Hallikar Key. See, since they have products, multiple products, so now they have optimized this for a different keywords.
Yes.
Right? So now you should not be killing this page. This page must be ranking for Hallikar Kauki. Somebody must be searching for Hallikar Kauki.
Okay.
And this page would get the traffic related to Hallikar Kauki. See,
But all the pages, it is containing A to B inside, right? Mostly the content.
Yeah. All the pages will be containing A to G. Hallikar cow A to G. See, now it is something like this: Reebok shoes, Puma shoes, Nike shoes, Bata shoes, all contain shoes, right?
Yeah.
In that case, you should not launch Bata shoes, Nike shoes, Puma shoes, Reebok shoes, correct?
Yes.
Digital marketing training, SEO training, social media training, all contain training, correct? You should not be launching separate pages, right?
Yes, sir.
Correct. So your logic or understanding is wrong on that. So your category page is optimized for generic keywords and product pages are optimized for next level of keywords. Like by Hallikar cow. This is what I took the example by Gir cow, by Hallikar cow. Here they haven't mentioned it. So this is what they have done is correct, and that's why their category page is ranking for by A2 Desi ghee, and their category page will not rank for Gir cow ghee or Desi, sorry, Hallikar cow ghee.
Yeah, the category page will not rank.
Yes.
It is ranking for A2 key online. Only.
Yes. That's all correct. Now you are thinking to do the same on your business portal, which is wrong. If you have a category, see, go by catalog. If
Actually, in my portal, sir, there are we are selling two products. One is Gir cow ghee, one is Bellona. Okay. So
Gir
what
cow
I
will
done?
get optimized for Gir cow. Bellona will get optimized for Bellona cow ghee.
Yeah,
And
Bellona ghee.
category.
I optimized that page. That page is ranking in the first actually. The Gir cow ghee, the page.
No, you
is
show your website
second.
now. Your website, your thing. Now, why are you asking something else? Conversion. It's irrelevant. Also, you will not understand properly. Also.
But I can't able to rank for A2 ghee for the category. That's why.
That's because of various other reasons.
Okay.
If such A to cow ghee, you are not ranking.
No, sir. A2
You take me to the category page. I'll tell you why you are not ranking. Below na keyword ghee cow is the competition is very low. Below na ghee.
Yeah, Bellona ghee we are ranking actually.
Take me to category page. I'll tell you why you are not ranking for A to cow ghee. Yeah. No, here only breadcrumbs you have, right? Come back. Where are breadcrumbs?
It is like all products.
Okay.
Yeah.
Belona, A2 Girkau. So you have products based on the quantity.
Yeah, quantity wise also.
That's a cannibalization again. I don't know how are you dealing with this cannibalization. Maybe we'll discuss on the go when we discuss site level implementation.
Cannibalization. This is the 1 liter one. So this two one we do the canonical to this one actually.
Okay, scroll down. Okay, scroll down. Okay. So you have optimized this page for, oh, show me the meta title. See, why are you optimizing for Girkau A to G here? Just focus on A to Kaugi. Girkau has a page called for Girkau related. So now your question is when you search for A to Kaugi, this category page is not ranking.
Yeah, yes.
So strengthen this page further. Maybe the page may not be getting crawled effectively. This page may
Okay.
not have backlinks. So add more variations instead of weight variations, maybe more variations of geese. Or without even more variations, update this page with more information. Like A plus pages on e-commerce on Amazon, you see right, more information. A plus pages is more
Yeah.
information, tabular presentation. Make it more engaging. Add more information to the web page.
Yes, sir. But
Explain.
that one we should do in the product or category page, because product page, if we go inside, we have already added all these things.
No, you add generic information on the category page. See now,
Okay.
see, I'm speaking to you and I expect you also to be knowing all of these things.
Okay. Okay.
You should not say my friend knows all this again. Should I learn digital marketing? Your category page also should have the information. Make it engaging. Doesn't mean you copy paste exactly the same thing over there. Even if you're copy pasting, that's no problem.
Okay.
I'm telling you, address. See, why will your page not rank? Why did I discuss the three key factors? Crawl frequency, CTR, and engagement. So your CTR is taking a hit. You have put a gear cow in it. People are searching A to Kaugi. You focus only A to Kaugi keywords only over there.
Okay.
Don't put gear and all gear because you have a separate page for gear Kaugi, right? Product
Yeah.
page.
Yes, sir.
You just focus on see your CTR also has an impact. And are you showing the snippets, ratings, and all on the
Yeah.
Google search?
Yeah. It's
Yeah,
showing.
start
But in
addressing all
category
of
page, it will not come, sir. Only the product pages it will come.
people. This page is not ranking on Google for A to Kauki.
No, sir. Yeah.
That is why people are not visiting this page.
Yes.
You have to make this page rank for A to Kauki.
A to Kauki.
Yes.
A to E, sir, actually.
Yeah, A to Gi or A to Kauki, whatever. A to Gi. Do you have Buffalo Gi here? No, right?
No, no, no.
Then you can go with cow ghee, A to cow ghee. If it is all cow related, just you can
Okay.
optimize this for A to cow ghee so that at least it ranks for cow ghee.
Okay. Okay, sir.
Or you can just go with A to ghee, it ranks for A to ghee also. See,
Okay.
right SEO is not done for this page. Just understand if this page is getting crawled effectively by the bots or not. Is your navigation crawlable? The shop which you have hovered, is that crawlable first thing?
Okay, sir. I will check this, sir. This.
Yeah. Okay. So coming back, so we were discussing about the HTTP status codes. Correct? So we have understood status code 200, 404, 301, 302, 500 and 500, correct? 500. And there is another status code 410, right? So 410, usually most of you may not know or may not implement also. This is a rare scenario implementation. Are you all following everyone? So there is 410, 410 also. So now what happens is 404 when bot sees a 404 error on your system, so it keeps revisiting your website to check back if that page has come back. Now bot is investing so much of energy to revisit those pages to understand if that page has come back. It is something like this. So you must have visited a store, you have asked for tea powder and they said it will come in some time and again you keep visiting, checking with them, is it come, has it come? Like train, you're waiting for the train and you won't sit at one place, you keep trying to figure out if the train is coming or not, correct? You know that it comes at 8 p.m. but still 7:30 you will start, where is my train coming or not? After 8 if it is not coming and every minute you will start checking, right? So same way bot keeps revisiting your website. The moment it finds 404 on your website, it understands the website owner mistakenly might have committed some mistake and the page would have got removed by mistakenly and it keeps attempting to see if the page has come back, right? So there is nothing wrong in bot doing that if that page has got accidentally removed. But then if it is intentional, you have intentionally deleted this Manjunath Chowdhury and made it to only Manjunath, right? You can probably do a 301 redirect, right? And if you are not doing a 301 redirect and there is no necessity of 301 redirect, And if you think bots are wasting their energy on that page, you can communicate with 410. You are telling them, boss, I am aware of it. I have intentionally removed the page. Don't keep visiting that page. When I put 410 status, I'm telling basically to bot, we are aware of it. Don't keep visiting that page. The moment it sees once, it doesn't revisit that page. So usually you don't implement, there is no necessity, but I am explaining you how that works, right? So your sitemap should never contain a URL. See, now you are redirecting Manjunath Kandra to Manjunath Chowdhury. So your sitemap should never contain this URL. Your sitemap should always contain this URL, Manjunath Chowdhury. Let's say URL A is redirected to URL B, correct? B has got status code 200, correct? URL A also may have a status code 200 or maybe something else. If you're redirecting it to B already, you should put B URL in the sitemap. You should never have A URL in the sitemap. Your sitemap should contain only URLs which has got status code 200. Clear, everyone?
Yes.
Yes.
So there are news sitemaps. News sitemaps, the guidelines are different. So you cannot have more than 10,000 URLs on your sitemap. So normal sitemap you can have up to 50,000 URLs. Why 50,000 URLs? So beyond 50,000 URLs, the file becomes heavier, and it becomes difficult for bot to recheck or crawl up to end of the page. If it is heavier, it doesn't prefer to come and crawl your page, come and check out the page, right? Hence, you have to limit that page to 50,000 URLs, right? So now coming to the news sitemap, it is suggested to keep it much lighter and not to go beyond 10,000 URLs in the XML sitemap. And now these things will change to different commands or instructions, such as when was the news published, how many minutes, a couple of details. And now you should make sure that your news sitemap should never contain contact us page, about us page, or any static pages or blocks of your website. Only the news kind of information has to be there on news sitemap. And this is also one of the guidelines to consider your website as a news website by the Google. I don't know if you have seen it or not. So when you type for Bangalore, so there is a section called news here. And now if you are really a news website, and even before Googlebot shows up your website anywhere here, it has to consider your website as a news website. And if it has to consider your website as a news website, you have to request bot to consider your website as a news website. Even before you invite or you place this request, you have to make sure that you are meeting certain guidelines. And one of those guidelines is you should have a news sitemap, and this news sitemap should not contain the regular content in it. And even on your website, if you have the normal regular content, you have to separate that content from the news contents. There are some guidelines for that. Okay. So you have got the link for the image sitemaps, news sitemaps here for your reference. So it is all same thing. Just because it's a news, you will have certain details related to the news. And if you look at the image, so it asks a couple of details related to the images. You can see them here, right? So you see the URL set Google image link, right? You're writing image link. That's all. There's nothing much. It's all about image. Just one image URL. If it is video, it asks for the thumbnail as well. Maybe I might have updated the URL pertaining to video. So here it will ask you for the thumbnail, the minutes, the duration of the video, right? The author of the video, the original owner of the video, and couple of details. See, look at this video thumb location. Where is that published? Video player, on which player it plays, duration, how many minutes or seconds the video is, and video if it has got any expiration dates, rating for the video, correct, review count for the video, publication, when was that published, and the type of the video, the category, is it family friendly, yes or no? Family friendly, you are saying yes, no, right? There are a couple of details pertaining to the video, right? So it's not again, see now as a digital marketer, you have to just understand and you have to instruct your web developers about all of these things. So if you are a video rich website, if you have videos playing on your own website, hosted on your own website, you can implement video sitemap. Clear? And we have already discussed the don'ts in the sitemap. So, and we have discussed the HTTP status codes as well, and I have clearly mentioned the same here, right? Right? So there is something called, is it clear for everyone about the XML sitemap?
Yes.
Site map, what does this word indicate? It's a map. It's a basically map for the bot, or it's not really for the real users, it's basically done for the bots only. All these implementations, the one we are discussing from the few days, it's all to either to improve the crawl frequency or CTR or engagement, and most of them are to improve the crawl frequency of the website, the crawl stats of the website. This is one thing which is creating convenience for the bots. This is a map for the bot. And same way, there is another map which is called as HTML map, HTML sitemap, right? So what does this HTML sitemap do? See, HTML sitemaps are basically the navigation paths for the bots, which are capable of passing the link juice. Whereas XML sitemaps will not pass the link juice. XML sitemaps are just holding the list of URLs and they are just informing to the bot, boss, we have this URLs, and everything is left to bots. Bot just holds that list, that's all. And holds that list for a different purpose. Maybe when it finds a URL, it might cross check whether the URL is there on the sitemap or not. It is something like this. You are reading a book and randomly you will find a chapter. You will go back to the index page and you see if the chapter is mentioned in the index or not. So same way, bot uses XML sitemap for different purposes, but which really will not pass the energy immediately as that of HTML sitemap does. So HTML sitemaps are basically the list of hyperlinks, something like this. I'll show it to you. You see there are links pointing to different pages. You might call them as internal links also, correct? Everybody? You might call these links as the internal links also, correct? Right? So now, this is actually, there is certain amount of engineering or logic around this, how we build this, why we drop these links on the pages, right? Which are also called as internal links. We call this as internal linking block, internal linking mesh. So this is basically a very well-built logic or the mesh, which plays a prominent role in the success of the rankings, right? Now for small websites, what people do is, people, they create a separate page and where they update all these links on one page for small websites. If it is a very big website, so what will be done? It's evenly distributed across multiple web pages or different pages. No dedicated page for dropping these links. It will be evenly distributed across multiple web pages. Do you see that? I mean, like different set of links on different pages. Like let's say 10,000 pages are there on this website. All these 10,000 pages will be effectively linked within the website, so that bots see these URLs at least once or twice. Otherwise, all these URLs, 10,000 URLs are orphans. Ideally, when bot is visiting this web page, bot can crawl only those 10, 20 URLs which you have mentioned here and here. They don't have a way to